sponsored by Roborock. You know that feeling when your self-cleaning mop leaves a massive dirty streak right where the wall meets the floor? That's the problem I kept running into with wet-dry vacuums. They work well enough, clean up spills, handle everyday messes, you get the job done. But there's always something. That dirty line at the baseboards, that damp roller smell, that manual cleaning you have to do after you've already finished cleaning. But then I kept seeing people talk about the Roborock F25 GT. They were saying it's a game changer, at least as it pertains to wet, dry, vacuum, and mopping. And I was curious, how much better could this actually be? So I teamed up with Roborock to test it head to head against the Tineco Floor 1 S5, and here's what I found. Let's start with what matters most. Can it actually clean your floors? The Tineco S5 has 10,000 PA of suction. That's decent. It handles most everyday messes without any major issues. But the Roborock F25 GT has 20,000 PA, which is literally double the suction power. I put both of them through the same types of messes. We got sticky juice spills, hair, dried food that gets tracked across the kitchen, crumbs, cereal disasters. You know what I'm talking about. And the difference was actually pretty obvious. With the Tineco, I'd have to make multiple passes over the same spot to fully clean it up. Back and forth, especially with sticky or dried on messes. And with the Roborock, one pass was usually enough. Sometimes two for really stubborn stuff, but never the several passes I'd need to do with the Tineco. And that extra suction power translates to faster cleaning and less effort. You're not spending extra time going over the same areas repeatedly. You're not pushing harder to try to get better results. The vacuum just pulls up more dirt in fewer passes and you move on. For everyday maintenance, both vacuums work fine. When you've got a real mess, pet hair everywhere or sticky spills or tracked in dirt, that double suction power makes the Roborock significantly more effective. It's the difference between a vacuum that cleans adequately and one that cleans thoroughly. But power means nothing if you can't reach the mess in the first place. So here's an issue I discovered during testing. The Tineco S5 can't lie flat while you're using it. The handle only goes down so far, and that means you can't get under low furniture. I'm talking coffee tables, sofas, bed frames. Anywhere with limited clearance is basically off limits unless you want to move the furniture first. The Roborock F25 GT has a 180-degree lay flat design. The handle goes completely horizontal, which lets you glide the cleaning head under furniture without needing to move anything. With the Tineco, I'd either have to skip those areas or move the furniture, clean, then move the furniture back. That added time and effort to every cleaning session. With the Roborock, I just tilt the handle down and keep going. No furniture rearranging and no dust bunnies left behind because I simply couldn't reach them. This is one of those features that doesn't sound revolutionary until you use it. Then you realize how much easier it just makes the whole cleaning process. Now, the Tineco S5 uses a traditional roller design with crevices and grooves that trap hair and grime. If you have pets or anyone in your house with long hair, then you probably know the drill. After a few cleaning sessions, you've got hair wrapped around the roller that you have to cut off, usually using scissors. The Roborock F25 GT uses what they call a jaw scraper's tangle-free roller design. Hair just doesn't wrap around it. Now, during my testing, I never found hair wrapped around the roller on the F25 GT. With the Tineco, I had hair tangled in the roller within a couple of cleaning sessions. And the design itself makes maintenance easier. The clean water basin sits directly above the mop area with no extra parts around it to get dirty. There are no crevices for grime to hide in. Compare that to the Tineco's design with all those little compartments where dirt accumulates. But there's a bigger maintenance story here. Let's get back to talking about that dirty line at the baseboards that I started with. With the Tineco S5, there's a visible gap between the roller and the wall. You can see it when you're cleaning. The roller just doesn't reach all the way to the edge. And during my testing, after every cleaning session, I'd look at my baseboards and see that there's still dirt or grime that got left behind along that edge. The Roborock F25 GT solves this with true edge-to-edge cleaning. The roller extends all the way to both sides of the cleaning head. When you run it along a wall, it actually touches the baseboard with no dirty line left behind. Now I've tested this in areas like dining room corners where crumbs might accumulate and kitchen baseboards that catch cooking splatter. And with the Roborock, those edges came out clean, like actually clean. And again, this might be another thing that sounds like a small thing, but when you're spending time mopping your floors, you do actually want them to come out clean. Not 95% clean with a little dirty outline around the room, but actually edge to edge clean. The design here on the Roborock makes a real difference in how the floors look when you're done. So here's where the Tineco S5 fell short during my testing. It advertises itself as self-cleaning, and technically it does rinse the roller after each use, but it doesn't get it completely clean. There are crevices around the roller where grime is going to accumulate. The roller stays damp, which leads to that mildew smell if you go more than a day between uses too. The Roborock F25 GT has a heated self-cleaning system that washes and completely dries the roller at 90 degrees Celsius. That's 194 degrees Fahrenheit. After the self-cleaning cycle, the roller is actually just completely dry, not forming mildew. So when self-cleaning is done, I dump the dirty water tank, give it a quick rinse, and I'm done. There's no hand scrubbing. There's no wiping down the compartments. There's no roller sitting on my counter waiting to dry out. And with the Roborock, that smelly mop problem is solved too, and the constant manual maintenance is just gone. The Tineco S5 works and is a good device. It'll clean your floors. But the Roborock F25 GT is the first wet dry vacuum I've used that truly delivers on the hands-off promise. Double the suction power for faster, more thorough cleaning, a lay flat design that reaches under furniture without moving anything, a tangle-free roller that stays clean, and true edge-to-edge cleaning that doesn't leave dirty lines behind, and maintenance that is actually minimal. After head-to-head testing, the difference is clear to me. The Roborock handles tougher messes in fewer passes, reaches places the Tineco can't, and requires a fraction of the maintenance time. If you're tired of wet dry vacuums that promise self-cleaning but still need constant babysitting, or if you're just looking for something that actually cleans your floors thoroughly without the hassle, the Roborock F25 GT delivers. Check the link down in the description if you want to check one out for yourself. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I appreciate your support. I'm Andrew, and I will catch you in the next video.